Okay, just let me know that I'm live. Okay, yeah, we're live. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Hold on a minute. It shouldn't be disabled. Interact. Ah, yes. Yeah, I still have this Forge Adventure Magic the Gathering playthrough. The second one I've done, the Commander Mode one, and it's probably likely still gonna come to an end real soon anyways. And I'm not just saying that because we have filled out all 10. I didn't even know there were 10 deck slots until like a couple weeks prior. So unless I just start deleting decks, I can't really build new ones. Unless I start a brand new playthrough, and even then. I mean, just the more like cool cards you have, the easier the game gets. That should just go without saying. That should just be obvious. Yeah, the more tools you got at your disposal, the easier this gets. Is that a town, or is that a dungeon? Looks like one of the towns, but it's not like... doesn't have like a path leading to it. Shallow Grave. Okay, I could buy some zombies here if I even really wanted any. If I really wanted any. I could buy skeletons here. I'm just gonna poke around and then decide, okay, I'd rather just look around for a boss. If anything, I think I'd rather just find as many bosses as possible and fight them. That's just about the only challenge I think is gonna be left here. I guess we could duel like a few random like Dross gladiators and whatnot. Yeah, pretty much black affiliated Phyrexians. Alright, I had Animar, Soul of Elements selected as my deck. I guess just so I have a mana dork out for later. Okay, he's just gonna duplicate a copy of a fetch land into his deck. Scalding Tarn, does he even have any, like, islands or mountains in his deck? So why would you, like, put that fetch... Why would you put that off-color fetch into your deck? If I don't even think he has any way to... I don't know, like... What was I about to say? Scalding Tarn, if you don't have any islands or mountains to go fetch, then what's the point of wanting that in your deck anyways? Okay, I don't believe I need to worry about that either. Okay, we're gonna do Wood Elves. Because of Starfield Vocalist, this is gonna go off twice. I'm getting 2 forests. Both untapped, of course. Imperial Recruiter. I'm gonna get 2 creatures with power 2 or less from my deck. Count them. 2. And yeah, of course I want to go in again and grab another. If I want to start playing lands from my graveyard, could totally do that as well now. Oh, I did. It turns out I did not already play my land for turn. Oh, perfect. And now I'm tapping my lands, basically. Float some mana. Before the second Peregrine Drake effect goes off. Now I have even more mana to my name. Muldrifter will also go off twice, so I'll draw 4 cards here, total. At this point, the game is just over. I can literally just, yeah, go grab all the creatures in my deck that I want at this point. It's not like I'm gonna get stopped or anything. That's already, yeah, on 8 counters. Let's get 2 creatures with mana value 6 or greater. I'll just play, I guess, a Gilded Goose. And now Animar has 10 counters exactly, so that means I cast this for free. Play an Eldrazi for free. So I need to draw 7 more cards, but Tishana's gonna let me draw way more than that. I'm gonna draw 4 more than 7 cards here. Return 2 of my creatures back to my hand. And then, yeah, pick something else to go back to my hand, of course. Oh, we could just go play all our lands right now, if that's what we wish to do. I can now just go play all my lands. I could literally just go play all of them. Yeah, I thought Peregrine Drake was in here. Yeah, I basically literally just get to like take another turn. I got all my lands back. I guess we're literally just gonna try and put our entire deck onto the battlefield at this point. I mean, at this point, yeah, we can literally just do that. Put the entire deck into play, practically. That is going to be a rather huge Moloch. And that's already a huge... I'll just choose an even 20. Now everything on my field's gonna have haste. I think at this point, let's just attack with everything. Yeah, I think that was all. I think that was all on my 4th turn. We'll keep this hand as well. Alright, that's gonna always come in tapped. Thunderflock, that's like if I can't just get Animal with a lot of counters on it, that Thunderflock's gonna be really tough to cast normally. Toxic 1 when this dies proliferate. Oh no, I'm gonna get 1 poison counter. I still have to get 9 more before it's actually a problem. I'll just pass. Okay, so that basically means it's got Flying and Haste. Alright, I'll take 2 damage. Sure. Just casually untap these lands. I'll just cast this thing as a creature. Moloch's just gonna kill this thing. Pass. I'm guessing he didn't find any rat cards to put into his hand, right? We'll just attack, like... This thing flies, actually, so might as well swing here. Alright, pass. Alright, attack into an empty board. At the beginning of your upkeep, Spiteful Bully deals 3 damage to target creature you control. It can kill itself, like, it'll have to kill itself if, like, there's no other creatures on your field, and... Unless you got something with, like, more than 3 toughness, it's gonna be killing one of your creatures on every single one of your turns. I don't believe Spiteful Bully, like, saw any, like, competitive play ever. One land in my hand, I'm not gonna risk it. Still not gonna risk it. 2 cards I have to put back into my deck. We'll just hope we don't need, like, a piece of counter magic. Oh, wow. This should pretty much ensure that I'm gonna have... Yeah, I should definitely be able to find, like, a land that makes red within, like, the next 3 cards I draw. Alright, so far it's just a 1/4, and that's pretty much it. Okay, he's just gonna pay 3 to draw 2 cards. I'm gonna play this Sink into Stupor as a land untapped, so I'm gonna pay 3 life for it. Oh no, let's actually start playing a few creatures. Okay, I'm not exactly tapping my lands correctly, so I'll just pass on that. I'll give him Shroud with his own ability. Just sacrifice a land so he doesn't die. Interesting. Maybe cast this thing on a future turn, I don't know. Turn all of my creature spells I cast into free card advantage. Ideally. So War 2, and just by casting spells you can proliferate. Certain spells let them proliferate, okay. Yeah, Behold the Elf, exile it, so Elvish Visionary, I already drew my card off it anyway, so we'll do that. I think I'm just gonna make a copy of Champions of the Perfect, so now I'll draw even more cards as I just cast spells. I really need to get more lands that actually can produce blue. I don't know. Definitely thought I had more lands that could actually make blue. Oh, Primeval Titan, that's hilarious. Select up to 2 cards from my library to put directly onto the battlefield. 2 lands. I believe I have enough lands as it is at this point. Anyways, I think it's time to just attack with all my creatures that are big enough to get over these. Okay, it's just a Thrumming Bird. At this point, I clearly don't need the lands. I already have this. Return target permanent to it. I gotta pay 3, and it's gotta be like all 3 of the mana has to be blue to tap this to return any permanent to its owner's hand. Unfortunately, at the end of each of your turns, the +1/+1 counters just go away. Unfortunately. Oh, this can only target players. Unfortunate. Anyways, what's in this spell book? Looks like a bunch of, yeah, Phyrexian, black Phyrexian cards. Destroy all creatures, search target opponent's library for up to 3 creature cards and put them into their graveyard. I don't know, I want my board wipe to not cost 6 mana. And then there's just the fact that it's, like, just generally easier to get creatures to cheat them out of your graveyard than it is out of your library. Don't even know, like, how likely it'll be that somebody just, I don't know, they have reanimate, just revive one of the creatures you put into their graveyard, and then they just start, like, beating you up with it. Vampire Dungeon. Haven't we already done one of these? Was this like the dungeon that had Sorin in it? As in, yeah, Sorin Markov, the Planeswalker. I'm not about to find him again, aren't I? Like, I'm certain that I already beat Sorin before. I'm not about to find him again, right? Also, what is this thing supposed to be walking around? I can't even tell. Something about choosing money, friend, or secrets. I mean, if I really needed, like, more cards, I'd actually stop to read it. Keep. There's 3 lands, I should be able to do at least something with this. A little bit of a slow start. I think we're gonna be having a bit of a slow start. Wait, did I really just seriously go fetch into something that only makes red and green? And my other 2 lands in my hand only make red and green also? So I pretty much locked myself out of blue mana. If we just cast Wood Elves, we can fix it. Well, I can fix that by casting a Wood Elves. Go get a forest that's also an island. A little silly, that's how we're gonna set this up, but I guess. This can just block this and neither will die, so there's no point. Power toughness each equal to the number of blue permanents that this thing controls. Alright, so of course it's a 1/1 right now. That is his only blue permanent. Yes, I'll use Edric to draw another card. Yes, please. Oh, another Fairy Swarm. Now it's a pair of 2/2s. Alright, Mana War, I guess. Just so I can replay Formidable Speaker again and reuse its Enters the Battlefield ability. Can literally just use that again now. Imperial Recruiter it is, and then I'll cast it. And then this Peregrine Drake can untap 5 of my lands. Oh, nice. When this creature enters, if you cast it, return all non-elemental... Yeah. We're gonna pretty much bounce everything back to the hand that's not Animar. I believe this is the only, like, other elemental on the board. everything is going back into my hand. So all these good creatures with ETBs, and because I still have Animar reducing the cost of everything, I get to just replay them all. I just get to replay all of them again. And I just proceed to replay them. Including the Drake that untaps my 5 lands. Yeah, I basically just get to recast everything in my hand. While leaving my opponent absolutely defenseless. Stomp to what target creature planeswalker the opponent doesn't control. Ooh, Sylvan Library. Okay, I guess. At this point, we honestly don't even need the Sylvan Library anymore. Let's be real. We honestly don't even need the thing anymore. I could keep on playing, but there's no need. There's no need to keep building that board. That's already more than enough to kill him. I guess whether I want to or not, I'm going to be fighting this vampire. I'm going to keep this hand. Oh, okay. Command Tower, Soul Ring, pass. I just feel like having this Mana Dork on my field already, so just play it. Yeah, I'll take some more damage, it's fine. Actually, go cast my commander now. And unfortunately, that's about all I can do that turn. Okay, this is the vampire that can just make a 2/2 vampire that flies every single turn. And if it transforms, every single vampire is gonna go. Everything here is gonna get +2/+2 if it transforms. And he's only one vampire away from making it happen. Unless I have Moloch just go and kill it by fighting it as it enters. Yep, that should just about fix it. Alright, just gonna simply not even play anything else. Meanwhile, it doesn't look like I'm about to run out of cards. Doesn't look like I'm about to run out of any cards anytime soon on my end, however. Least gain, yeah, 3 life when this enters. If I have a land in my hand, could just put it directly onto the battlefield. I guess that too works. Okay, I still have a colorless floating around. I guess we can just squeeze out this Woodland Bellower while we're at it. Wood Elves, so just go grab a tropical island off of that. I have 2... Okay, 1 colorless and I have 1 green just floating. Alright, sure, let's just draw all these cards. Single colorless floating. Lotus Petal, I'll make a blue with that. Drake will untap my 5 lands that I have. If we want to keep playing, we can now keep playing, indeed. Oh no, I just find this hilarious. In this deck, I find this absolutely hilarious. Seek a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped every time I so much as play a creature spell. Yeah, this deck could potentially play upwards of like 10 to 20 creatures in a single turn. This deck is just obnoxiously good at just spamming creatures. Assuming, like, they just don't even bother to kill my commander. That's pretty much how it happens. Okay, pick a creature type. Oh, for this. For Cavern of Souls, right. Okay, if I want to... Do I have any more blue floating? I don't think I do. Unless I sacrifice this thing for blue. Alright, I guess I'll just play a Primeval Titan also. I forgot to actually choose lands to put onto the battlefield, oh well. Okay, I guess I'm gonna lose 1 life. Soren's Guide. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna resolve. I don't have double blue to stop it or anything, so... I guess let's just go and fetch whatever lands we can out of our deck with the fetch lands we seeked earlier. Yeah, now look at all the mana I just have just lying around. It's coming in tapped, so no point in paying life for it to come in untapped. Don't even, but at that point, like, don't even bother. I'm still gonna get the Enters the Battlefield ability. So yeah, we'll still draw a bunch more cards here. I have enough lands as it is already. Master and Wanderer is probably just chilling in my hand at this point. It's probably somewhere in my hand. There it is! Just to give all my stuff haste. Oh yeah, we're gonna just put more lands on the battlefield, and at this point I'm probably not gonna be getting to the point where I untap them and use them. I think at this point we just don't need Fast Bond. We should not need Fast Bond at this point. Oh, apparently I can overload this. I have enough mana to overload a Cyclonic Rift, so you know what? Just because I think that'll be funny. Let's pretty much attack into an empty board with all this. Are these, I think those are, yeah, the only lands left in my deck. Those were the last couple lands left in there. And the loot is just pathetic. It's just 3 random lands. So, am I looking... Is that what I think I'm looking at? Soren Markov again? I think I've definitely, like... I'm pretty sure I've already beaten them up with Animar Soul of Elements before, so... I think I've probably already beaten them up with this deck, so... I just want to switch decks. I think I've already beaten them once with this. And it's actually probably been a while before I last played Aragorn, King of Gondor, so... I want to give this a go once again. Become the Monarch, just play a bunch of really good removal and counter magic to protect the crown once you have it, just by simply casting this thing. And just really good, cheap, evasive creatures if you need to steal the crown back. Just really straightforward, simple game plan. I'm not trying to do any like super flashy combos here, just control the board, control the game state. Okay, so I guess this thing's dead already. Apparently never stood a chance. We'll just use this to bring it back. Pre-war form aware brings it back. Oh, exile. Yeah, source of plowshares apparently. I'm just gonna cast Aragorn and hope for the best. Hopefully I can keep this crown. Oh wow, we're not even bothering to attack to steal my crown at the very least. Alright. I see. I guess we'll just attack. Doesn't matter what I select here because I have the crown. Nothing here can block. If Senu is exiled, legendary creature attacks and isn't blocked, put it back onto the battlefield attacking. So yeah, I get Senu back for free. Destroy Aragorn, King of Gondor. I'm going to counter this thing for 0, because I have my commander out. Dark Ritual, and then don't even spend the mana on anything. Hilarious. And then literally just don't do anything with it. That's funny. Okay, nothing here flies. Then again, it's not like anything can even block anyways. I'll just send all of them into attack. And gain 4 more life from Aragorn here. Yeah, just drawing 1 card for free every single turn. That's pretty much the game plan here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna have 6. I have 7. I'll draw 2 cards from this entering, and this is gonna come in as a 6/6. Double Strike Vigilance, this thing's got. I guess we'll just play it as a really efficient 2-drop. Is it just me? I just noticed, like, Soren still seems to be just stuck on 3 lands here. Alright, I'm fine with losing 2 life. That's not the end of the world. We'll just have these, all the creatures with vigilance go swing. Pretty anticlimactic if Soren is going to be stuck on 3 lands the entire game. Which is going to really, really limit what he can do. I think we're just going to actually cast this thing to draw 3 cards at this point. I have the mana for it, so let's just do that. I mean, he can't block anyway, so definitely send this in swinging too. As long as Soren's life total is lower than 20, which it is, his vampires get +2/+2 and have lifelink. Even if they normally don't have lifelink. But yeah, anyways, my board is just still so, like, developed right now. My board is so, like, well established right now. And his not so much. Alright, sure. I'm just gonna counter this thing, not even gonna bother reading what it does. I can just counter it, so I will. I think we're at the point where I can just do lethal damage here with all my creatures. Okay, next game. Let's see if Soren actually, I don't know, doesn't get stuck on 3 lands this time around. Mox Pearl, Mox Sapphire? Oh, wow. That's hilarious. So, we're gonna do Plateau, Mox Pearl, Mox Sapphire. That's just hilarious. Turn 1 Mantis Rider. Even better yet, turn 2 Aragorn, King of Gondor. Starting from turn 2, we're just gonna be drawing free cards. Don't have anything to stop it this time. Command Zone. Death Touch and, oh, lifelink. This could just fly over it anyways. I'm gonna look at his hand and just draw a card. I'm just gonna take a peek at his hand. No lands in here. Not a single land in here. Is Soren's deck really just built in such a way that it just doesn't play enough lands? Because yeah, I notice him like getting mana screwed a lot. He got mana screwed in the first game I played against him tonight, and he might get mana screwed again. Might simply not be able to cast, like, a lot of the cards in his hand at this rate. I'm just gonna actually hold the Helix. Actually, I'll just cast it now. Okay, so yeah, it's on 3 lands. Still only 3 lands. Really should just get back to Ninja Gaiden 2 real soon. This is gonna do 4 damage here. Okay, that is fine. I pretty much never really use this anyways. I'll just attack for 7, I suppose. This I'm just going to counter. Oh, Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury, nice. Cast it. It's gonna sacrifice itself because it's entering not from my graveyard. As it's still gonna kill something, it's still gonna do 3 damage to something, and I'm gonna gain 3 life still. And then, yeah, if I just have like 2 red, 2 white, exile 5 cards from my graveyard, we can just recast Flage. And then it actually sticks around. And then, when it enters again, it's gonna do another 3 damage to something and give me 3 life. What will I stream for Witch's Night in 19 days? It's only 19 days away? It just literally dawned on me that we're already like about a third of the way through April. Holy. And then Flage is gonna come back and do 3 damage to something again. And I gain another 3 life. Oh, that's on my graveyard. I guess we'll just attack for 7 again. Draw another card. Okay, I'm gonna just mana leak this thing. If the top card of his deck is black, then every single one of his vampires gets +2/+1 and has flying. I'll just counter it. Yeah, once these lose Summoning Sickness, my creatures are gonna be even harder to kill. When this attacks, do 3 damage to any target. We'll get this off the field. Oh, he's gonna cast this for free. Sure. He's got like 1... Okay, now he's got 2 creatures. I still got plenty more. Plenty more where that came from. Gonna Galvanic Discharge, get 3 energy for 1 red, and then just spend 3 energy to do 3 damage here and kill it. This doesn't fly or anything, right? I mean, if I need to just escape this out of my graveyard again, I can totally do that. Oh, I forgot this thing has Death Touch, so both this and this are gonna die. As long as I have like 5 cards in my graveyard to just go and banish, I can just recast Flage over and over as long as I have the cards in my graveyard. Since this is like noticeably more than 3 toughness, just do the damage to his face. Honestly, I'm not even trying to take sides, if anything. Yeah, as for playing Grace, I'm just wondering, like... I'd say maybe I would, because... I'm saying only maybe I would. And I definitely would want to, like, just state that I definitely don't condone racism, or anyone who wants to, like, support it. I don't, but... I'm just still comparing that to, like, the pressure scandal. Destroy that, and then... Oh, I have only 2 cards in my graveyard. Yeah, as I was about to say, it was like the creator of Pressure that did something like absolutely horrible and way worse than like what the creator of Grace's Girlfriend said. I just need to give both of these creatures protection from white or from black, and then make them attack. Diabolic Intent I'm gonna get. So, does that mean I now have 2 Sorin's Keys? Am I stuck on a corner? Am I going... Yeah, of course I'm going first. For some reason, kind of just lost my train of thought for a second. Let me just Island Cycle here into a Tundra. Okay, we just counter or kill what the opponent tries to do next. Yeah, if they try and do anything, we just, like, remove it or whatnot. I'm just waiting for the opponent to do something because I have stuff like Memory Lapse, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Mage to flash back one of the aforementioned cards later. I have a lot of responses, but nothing to respond to at the moment, which is awkward, to say the least. I'm just gonna Lightning Bolt that thing. Alright, pass turn. Okay, so it's suspended. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if Curse of the Cabal is suspended, that player may sacrifice a permanent. If he or she does, put 2 time counters on target player sacrifices. Okay, so if this does resolve, sacrifice half the permanents I control. This also includes my lands. Or I could just sacrifice one at a time just to keep that from ever resolving. Or we just counter it before it ever does resolve with something like Memory Lapse. That works too. I think I'd probably be able to get away without sacrificing, let's be real. He put another one of these into exile. Okay, let's just casually draw 3 cards. Finally find our 4th land. Because I cast something before it this turn, I get 2 of them now. Sure. Just discard a random card, I guess. Oh, I just realized I didn't leave enough mana up to counter this thing, so it's gonna resolve. Sacrifice 4 permanents, you say? At least I'll leave myself with 2 lands. Oh, and then he's just gonna play this, Phyrexian Obliterator. Well, I have no means of even countering it. Well, I could just put it back into his hand at least. That's got 1 counter on it still. Well, it still did, like... I mean, that still flies over his creature anyways. I guess discard something. I really wish I would have countered the first one of these. Of course. I literally just put the thing back on top of his library. Just to try and slow him down. Yeah, we're still stuck on 2 lands here. Well, I guess I'll delve 7 cards. I'll draw 3 cards for 1 mana, so this should help. This should help my case, at least. Alright, 3 lands. It's a little bit better. I'll just put this thing back into his hand, and this has double strike. It's gonna do its 2 damage twice. This is gonna do 2 also. 6 exactly. And we got him. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and pick up the treasure that was back here. End the turn. At the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. Oh, I should just cast this at the beginning of my opponent's turn to just force their turn to automatically end. And then get, like, basically an extra turn, which I have to win the game during that turn or I lose the game if I don't. Oh, yeah, I understand now. Yeah, something about the Hour of Eternity. Yeah, I remember, yeah, this was what, like, when Nicol Bolas revealed, like, he was controlling the gods of the Plane of Amonkhet. And then pretty much proceeded to just destroy the plane in, like, just a matter of hours, maybe minutes. So I don't know how, but we ended up managing to fight Sauron twice because he spawned twice. I don't know, I was expecting to find a boss I haven't actually beaten yet. No, I'm gonna somehow find, like, 2 of the same. I'm not even sure how I found 2 of the same. Also, don't mind me, I'm just saving my game right now. Making sure that, yeah, nothing gets rolled back or anything. Yeah, I have a bit of loot to sell. A bit. That gave me like 8,000 gold still. I take it I've bought one of the cards here already. Like, probably a while back. There's just this graveyard just floating on the water somehow. It's literally just floating on the ocean. What is this over here we just found? The Temple of Liliana. Okay, so I believe this is gonna be like... Oh yeah, so this is like one of the bosses. I'm sure this is one of the bosses here. Anyways, what do you have to say exactly? You have freed the legendary planeswalker Liliana from captivity, but her mind is still imprisoned. So defeat her in battle and can help her recover so that she may aid you in battles yet to come. Take heed, this is a difficult task. Portals behind me leads to parts of her realm. Once activated, you may use them to travel more quickly. So essentially, I pretty much have to get through all of these different sections of dungeon until I can just actually get to the end boss. I have to do every individual section of this giant dungeon. This time with like 100 card deck. And whatever treasures along the way I can pick up, we'll just keep it, of course. Don't even know if I'm gonna be able to... I don't even know if I'm gonna stick around to do the entire dungeon in one night. Because I do remember this being like a rather, like, massive dungeon, if anything. I'm pretty sure this dungeon was pretty big. I guess I'll keep a removal spell. Yeah, should I need one. We've actually been in the endgame on this Forge Adventure playthrough for a while. Been in the endgame for a while now. Big part of the reason why I'd probably rather just start like a brand new like playthrough sooner or later. Like another like brand new Magic the Gathering playthrough. Yeah, once you already have like so many options at your disposal, the game just gets kind of easy. Outside of some endgame and postgame bosses, of course. Destroy. In response, I can just exile this thing and gain some life. Okay, that's gonna stay on top of the deck. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this there. Alright, let's become the Monarch again. Unless he can have one of his creatures do damage to me and take this for himself, I'll just draw a card every single turn for free. For the rest of the game. Sure. I'm gonna do Snapcaster Mage. I tabbed this down by accident, okay. So I didn't have a red mana to recast the Fang Flame, so just preordain. I'll just put both of these on the bottom and see what I draw into. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, and we also have Senu back, which is nice. And now we're gonna lose him again. Cast down, destroy Snapcaster Mage. That is also fine. I might as well just put this on the field during his end step. Alright, just casually gonna go and draw 3 cards. At end of any turn, if there are no creatures in play, bury Pestilence. Pestilence deals 1 damage to each creature in play by paying 1 black. I'm not gonna counter this thing, but I'm just gonna slow him down by forcing him to pay 2 more to just keep it around. This is just going to slow him down. Oh right, he's not even gonna have another turn. Four copies of... I already own this card, don't I? I'm not gonna need... I definitely don't need 4 more copies of a card I have already. Dismember. A scratch? Your arm's off! Oh, there's the other mono blue Malcolm that I really don't see anyone playing. If you would draw a card, draw... Why does it have to cost 7 mana, though? Why does it have to cost 7? Okay, I think we're gonna keep this hand. Apparently my opponent is not gonna keep theirs. I'll just pass. This thing's going to resolve. Meanwhile, I'll just make myself draw 3 cards. I guess let's put out a creature or something. I don't know, I'm just seeing if I have anything to worry about here, even. So far, it doesn't really look like I do. We're gonna shelter this ghost by... We're gonna shelter this ghost with more ghosts. And I'm gonna gain some life. Okay, I see. Just memory lapse this thing to slow my opponent down. There we go. I guess I need to produce the mana from Cascade Bluffs manually. And then it should be able to automatically find the colors I need to pay to play this thing. Eyeblight's ending. Destroy Aragorn. I'm just gonna see what I find off of... No, I'm not really stopping this thing from getting... I'm not stopping Aragorn from getting destroyed, clearly. Command zone. And my opponent's gonna have the crown now. I guess for like one turn. I guess now let me play Uharis the Storm Spinner. Which is just another version of Spider-Man 2099. We're gonna let this resolve, and I think I'm just gonna Fanged Flames to kill it. Alright, let's discard something we don't need. I'll just Cyclonic Rift this back into my opponent's hand. Parallax Wave will just get rid of the Phyrexian, the incubated token. And that's a wrap. I'm guessing I need to get this guy out of the way. Then maybe, unless there's something else I'm missing to open up this gate. It's entirely possible I'm missing something else. You know what, we're gonna try this hand. We're just gonna immediately preordain, and... ideally I want to just find a land that can produce white as soon as possible. I want to land on something that can make white mana. Or why don't I just play Ragavan? If I give him haste, that at least guarantees that he's gonna get in for some damage immediately. And yeah, that's gonna give me a treasure token. This can make mana of any color, so... Or I just do draw a land that produces white. Alright, we'll use that extra treasure and then just play this a turn early. I'll discard... Let's see. I think I'll just keep the spells in my hand. Anyways, yeah, this is going to resolve. It was nice having Ragavan around, was nice while it lasted. I'm just gonna Lightning Helix this Poison Tip Archer. Play a wall that's gonna let me draw another card, I'll just play another land. And then Abhorrent Oculus, since I had exactly 6 cards in my graveyard to exile to pay for its casting cost. Okay, sure. I'm already like so far ahead, what is he realistically going to be able to do at this point anyways? Okay, just gonna cast this, I see. I have the crown, so, like, he can't even block anyways. I'm really not sure what my opponent's deck is trying to even achieve at this point. Oh, the gate is locked. Okay, this little... I think I'm gonna go check that building over to my right. My gut's telling me I need to check that out. But no, I gotta fight this black sliver first. I wasn't gonna keep a one-land hand, no thank you. Keep. This is always like a really good way to just... This is also like, this is always a really good turn one. Gale Rider Sliver, wow, okay. Source the Plowshares. Can't I just cast whatever I exile off the top of my opponent's library the turn I do so? Until end of turn, I may cast that card. So, because we can, might as well just steal it for ourselves, since we can. Sure. I guess we got just slivers for days here. Cast my commander. So now his creatures won't even be able to block or anything. Oh wait, he has to attack first. I forgot, I need to make Aragorn attack to make it so my creatures are unblockable. So yeah, we don't have Ragavan anymore, clearly. I still have this just lying around anyways. I guess if it makes me feel any better. Sure. I'll Lightning Bolt the untapped Siphon Sliver. And then we'll just attack like this. This will start swinging next turn, most likely. All slivers get +1/+0. Oh, even the one I managed to yoink earlier. I'm just gonna win this turn anyways. We got a few slivers, unsurprisingly. Oh, maybe we won't fight this. Maybe we won't fight a second black sliver, but I'll fight an Orzhov Cleric. So white, playing white and black, I take it. Okay, I think we're just gonna go with this hand. Hallowed Fountain untapped so I can ponder and find. I will not shuffle. I'll take this fetch land into my hand. Anyways, at that point I'm just gonna pass turn. And wait for my opponent to do something. I'll Lightning Helix this thing. 3 damage and then gain 3 life. I'm just waiting for one more land to come my way at this point. Still waiting on my 4th land so I can just play my commander and just start drawing extra cards for free, and there we go. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Yep, that works. Anyways, I still got the crown anyway. I still got the crown. And it has a really fancy looking Godless Shrine. I'm just gonna have Palace Jailer remove my opponent's creature. And then, yeah, I guess just pass it on back. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker when this enters. Alright, I guess, alright. I'm just gonna flash this in at the end step. And now this can start swinging too. I'll make both of us draw, and because my opponent's gonna draw their 2nd card this turn, I'm gonna get another. I'm gonna draw a 2nd card off of this. Double your life total, target opponent loses half their life total rounded up? Wait, for real now? Nah, Spell Pierce. No, I'm gonna Spell Pierce that. Oh, and then I just... Okay, actually, I'm just gonna counter it. Not a big deal, just counter it. And then I realize, okay, we're just gonna counter this thing anyways. Alright, now I don't need to get through like 52 points of life or anything. Oh, nice. Not playing anything, I see. What is in my opponent's hand? Call of the Death Dweller. What does this do exactly? Return up to 2 target creature cards with total convert on mana costs. 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them, then put a Menace counter on either of them. Up to 2 target creature cards. But not bothering to use them for some reason. I'll discard the extra land. I shouldn't really need it that badly. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Targeting this again. I'll just play a counter spell. Fanged Flames will get rid of this. 4 damage there should kill it. This only hits creature spells, so this is gonna resolve. is just gonna have to sacrifice itself anyways. Like, just because I can counter it, I will. Alright, get 2 Sage of the Skies. Because why not? I'll delve 7 cards with Treasure Cruise so I can just draw 3 for 1 mana. I'll just counter it. Okay, it's gonna get revived anyways, I see. I'll just sacrifice 1 of my Sage of the Skies, like, big whoop. Took a while, but yeah, we defeated the Cleric, no problem. Just get so much card advantage that, like, she literally cannot, assuming it's a she, literally cannot keep up. And we just get so far ahead they can't possibly keep up. Let's see what I can ponder into here. Definitely want to take a land for myself that can produce white. If I don't shuffle the library, I can definitely get that, so just gonna leave those 3 cards as is. Yeah, play this with the front face up so I have access to white. Okay, yep. You have protection from everything the opponent has now. Yeah, this should certainly slow my opponent down. So nice. We'll do this twice. I'll make another True Name Nemesis. I'll just copy it with Phantasmal Image. Not even casting anything, I see. Okay, now I'll play my commander. Sure. Creates a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. Because she has enough life that she can just do that. And then do it again. So yeah, now I gotta figure out how I'm getting these off the board. How am I stopping these from just stealing the crown from me? Well, before I, like, declare blockers or anything, I'm gonna play a Wan Shi Tong that's gonna come in as a 5/5. And then that's gonna block one of the angels, so one of them is gonna die, and this is gonna survive. Still momentarily gonna lose this crown to the other angel going in unblocked. And then this will just both let me take the crown back, Palace Jailer, and remove the angel token without entering the battlefield. Am I winning? Right now, I'm definitely winning. 2 copies of True Name Nemesis. Yeah, in a 2-player game, the opponent basically cannot target this, or block it, or do damage to it, or, well... There are a few ways to get rid of one, but there are very, very few ways of getting rid of one of these. There are very few ways to get rid of one of these once it actually hits the field. Choose 1 card to discard. Okay. Yeah, I suppose this will resolve. I'm gonna Mana Leak the other, like, spell she's trying to cast. Okay, this should actually equal, like, 15 damage. And I still have the crown, so her creatures are completely unable to block. Another pretty lengthy duel, but there we go. The cleric drops several items and rushes towards the nearby building. Yeah, that I'm standing right in front of. So I don't have the key or anything. Chase after the cleric. Where did the cleric go? So I don't have the key or anything. I guess unless I try the locked gate again. Oh, so yeah, she dropped the key as she ran away. Take a closer look at the wall. Doesn't take long to identify the source of the sound. Extending above the wall is a hazy shimmer of enchantment, some form of a barrier intended to help keep something out of the graveyard or in. Try to identify the spell with one of my own. Any loose ends of the thread seem to lead to the northeast. You also spot a mild enchantment on a plaque nearby. Besides the text, there is an engraving of an angel and dark spirits battling in the sky. And just by going in there, and then going back, well, yeah. I believe I pretty much permanently unlocked a checkpoint. So I can just restart from, like, the second area. If I just say, screw it, I'm not doing this tonight, I'm doing it another day. We can just continue from the second area, which is nice. So I just think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I do kind of want to go to bed real soon, so that's what I'm gonna do. Continue from the second area some other day.